Okay, we've got another conservative hero. Why is that? It's a 13-year-old. His name is CJ Pearson. He's conservative, and he's against President Obama. And the crowd goes nuts. Now, this kid thinks that he was blocked by President Obama's Twitter handle or account. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. First, understand he does not like President Obama's policies at all. He says about Obama, if you think the American people are going to fall for your little tricks, you're downright crazy. This administration has lied to the American people time and time again. They lied about Benghazi. They lied about the IRS. They lied about every issue of importance to the American people. This guy's watching Fox News. He's taking notes. Okay. He's also part of a group called Teens for TED. It's like, oh, okay, smart kid, you know, in favor of TED Talks. No. Teens for Ted Cruz. Okay, now, I'm not going to criticize the kid for the substance of what he's saying. He's 13. Do you have any idea the stuff I believed when I was 13? Okay. I mean, I was also a Republican at 13, and then the other idiotic stuff that I believed. So it's okay. I mean, he got a million years to grow, man. 10 years from now, he'll only be 23. So don't get on the kid too much if you disagree with him and you think he's parroting Benghazi. Which 13-year-old cares or knows about Benghazi? But the fact that he cares about the news and politics, I actually admire. So I think that's a good thing. Anyway, so now he came up with this theory that the Obama administration blocked him on Twitter. So he puts this up. This is a thing that claims you are blocked from following POTUS and viewing POTUS's tweets. Now, others say that there is no such message on Twitter. You don't get a message like that if someone blocks you, right? I don't know the veracity of all that. I'm not going to get into how Twitter blocks people. I don't know, don't care. And again, this is like getting too much into the weeds of like, is the kid lying? Is he not lying? That's not the point of the story. He says, well, this sucks, right? The point of the story is how much the conservatives love him. And so we'll get to that in a second. But first, I'm going to give you a little bit more flavor from CJ. Let's watch.
So a few minutes ago, a White House spokesman just released a statement saying that I was lying about being blocked by POTUS. Well, right now I'm saying those allegations are completely fallacious. And they expect us to believe. They expect us to believe that they are telling the truth about this. And I was completely shocked when I saw that I was blocked.
Who isn't amused, right? Completely fallacious. And he does the repeating of the cadence like Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly do. So he's got that down pat. I mean, overall, I think if you're this intellectually curious and interested in politics, you know, you begin to learn more and more, and hopefully you'll actually come to a much better understanding. Obviously, I'm a progressive, so I think that he can come to a better understanding because I disagree with his current position. But again, for the love of God, don't get too upset. He's just a 13-year-old, right? And I don't mean that to diminish him. I mean that to give him some time. Give him some time, okay? Let him think this through a little bit, and he's got plenty of time. Now, he goes on to say that maybe part of his motivation here, but probably a small part, but he says about Ahmed Mohamed, the kid with a clock, the 14-year-old. He says, the reality of it is that you don't get invited to the White House for building a clock. I'm sorry. I hate to be harsh, but it's the plain truth. He's a Muslim kid. He fits into your agenda, so you're going to go ahead and invite him. Well, that's great for you. To which, of course, I say, bitter man, or in this case, bitter kid. Why aren't I going to the White House? Well, you spit in the dude's eye. That's why you're not going to the White House. So, okay, again, as to his particular position, who cares? But there's over 300 million people in this country. The point is, how does someone get into the press? Now, if he's a 13-year-old African-American kid and he is making really smart, progressive points, is he going to get into the press? Unlikely, right? Is he going to get a lot of attention? Very unlikely. In this case, The Hill explains, Pearson has gained a significant following from conservatives on Twitter. See, that's what this is about. See, it goes viral and everybody pays attention to it because conservatives are like, oh, yes, we found a black guy in favor of conservative positions that hates Obama. Love it. Well, put him up there with Herman Cain and Ben Carson. That makes 3. oh man, if we go another decade, we might get up to 4. Plus, he's young. Oh, a young person who agrees with us. A young black person who agrees with us. Yes. Yes. So they take this 13-year-old because they got nothing else. And they're like, C.J. Pearson. Did you hear what C.J. Pearson said? Did you hear what he said? 13-year-old. Brilliant. Genius. Genius. You see, we're in favor of black people as long as they, attack Obama. Love C.J. Pearson. C.J. Pearson! We love him! That's why you're seeing this story everywhere. It doesn't have anything to do with what the kid says. Cut him a break either way. Understand the real agenda here. Young Turks.